So can you have different ISAs? Like how many ISAs can you have at once?
Yeah, good question.
Right. So there are essentially four that you can hold all at the same time. So that's a cash ISA, investment ISA, and I hate saying this word, innovative ISA, and also a lifetime ISA.
Yeah.
So the maximum that you can put away each year in this current tax year is £20,000, and that can be between those four different ISAs. But with a lifetime ISA, the maximum you can put away is £4,000. But you can transfer your money in between sort of stocks and cash ISAs. So as long as you stick to that £20,000 annual allowance for an adult, then that's the rule, the main rule too.
One common misconception is like you can only have one of each ISA. It's more the money in than it is the amount of ISAs. So I've actually got a load of stocks and shares ISAs because I've been investing for a number of years. I've opened different accounts with different providers. And at the start of each financial year, I just got to make the decision of this is my stocks and shares ISA for the year. Once I've paid money in, you're kind of committed to them for the financial year. The lifetime ISA is because the government will give you a bonus on top of it of up to £1,000, is it, for the year?
Yeah, so the lifetime ISA, so that was introduced back in 2017, seems so long ago now, but it's a savings account where you can save to get on the property ladder and for retirement as well. So it's kind of a hybrid scheme. So the maximum you can put away is £4,000 a year, where the government will give you a 25% bonus. To open one, you have to be between the ages of 18 and 39, but you can continue saving up until the age of 50. So if you think about from the age of 18 to 50, you can put away £128,000 and the government will give you £32,000. So if you're looking to use it for a first property, there are some limits you need to be aware of. So it's £450,000 for that property. So a few things to think about there. And also lifetime ISAs can come in both stocks and shares and cash ISAs.
Yeah, the property focus is, I think, the main one for a lot of people, but the actual long-term benefit of using a lifetime ISA that you get in up to £1,000 a year free from the government and then investing that, and compounding that over the long term is quite unique in its benefit there. And then tax-free at the end as well. Yeah,
I mean, when the government came out of this scheme, they said the lifetime ISA isn't a replacement for a pension, but it's sort of targeting those 18 to 39-year-olds, and it's a hybrid scheme between buying a property and for pension. But there are differences between the lifetime ISA and a pension. Mm-hmm. But if we just sort of look at when you put money into a pension, so say you put 80p in, the government tops it up to 20p if you're a basic rate taxpayer, so that means you've got £1 in there. With the lifetime ISA, it gives you a 25% bonus. So sticking the same figures, if you put 80p in, you get your 25% bonus, which would be 20p, so you still have £1. So they're exactly the same. But then they sort of come into their own depending on if you're a basic rate taxpayer, if you're employed or self-employed, and also your age. So yeah, there are a few things to think about there.
I try not to make that decision. I just have them all. Because I just think like the rules change around pensions, the rules change around certain things. So by having a bit in everything, you kind of just cover all of the bases and you provide a lot of flexibility. Pensionable age by the time I retire might be slightly older. Yeah. So to have a pot that matures at 60, like a lifetime ISA, might be a good thing. In the same way, a stocks and shares ISA has the most flexibility in terms of I can take the money out whenever I want, but it might not have the same benefits in terms of money in as a pension. So I think there's nothing wrong with, you don't have to sit there going, which is the best, what is going to be the best for me in 30 years? I don't know. I just spread my money around all the vehicles.
I think that's right. I mean, I'm approaching 40 now, and I think, right, well, let me get in before the lifetime ISA cuts out. So it's just having that, it's just opening a door just in case. And I think, like you say, we just don't know what's going to happen in the future, whether they'll get rid of the LISA or if there'll be any more pension changes. So it's kind of, thinking about potential changes and sort of getting in there with any kind of scheme where the government's giving you essentially free cash.
And they don't normally do that. They normally take the cash.
Grab it with both hands.
I think this is it. Like, this is one example where there is actually a leg up. There is something there that is, free cash is a big word, but the lifetime ISA, there's bonuses, there's tax breaks within ISAs, and this is something that everyone can take advantage of. It's not offshore accounts in Panama or anything like that. It's really accessible.
Yeah,
so for us 35-year-olds, it's not too late. I can get started now.
Yeah, definitely.
On my LISA.
Best get in that LISA quick
before I get to 40.
Yeah.
Paloma Kubiak talked with us about the best ways to use your ISA. To check out the full episode, click right here.